Welcome to For the Love of Licking County, a podcast where we bring you everything on leadership, entrepreneurship, and community impact. Presented by the Licking County Chamber of Commerce. I am your host, Jamie Wright of Wright Dauble Insurance, and we are coming to you from right here in Newark, Ohio.
Whether you're a job seeker or a business with staffing needs, Ohio Means Jobs Licking County is here for you. Our center is fully equipped and expertly staffed to help you with your employment and workforce needs. Stop in and see us at 998 East Main Street in Newark or call us at 740-670-8700.
Hello and welcome to For the Love of Licking County. And I am so super excited to be here. Today, I am Jamie Wright with Wright Dauble Insurance. And we are just still kicking off this restaurant week thing. And we have some of the best on the show today. Before I get started with introductions, I just wanted to remind everybody that Restaurant Week does kick off on Friday, July 16th. So please grab your friends, go out, explore, try something new, bring in your friends from out of town, try your favorites. Just be sure to check out all the places. And we're featuring some really awesome restaurants this week. And today we're going to taste some food from Moe's. Woohoo! And we just kind of want you to explore the menus and have fun with it. So if you have any questions, the Licking County Chamber of Commerce does have a website dedicated to Restaurant Week. Please be sure to go to their website and check it out. So today, I just want to introduce our very special guest host, the Newark Mayor, Jeff Hall. Welcome, sir.
Good morning, Jamie. Thanks. Great to be here.
Yeah, thanks so much for taking the time to be here with us. And again, tasting food. There's no better way to break bread than to actually break it. Right?
There you go.
Yeah.
Break it and put it in and chew on it and swallow.
That's right. I said we get to have Moe's for breakfast. Woo! And of course, Mr. Greg Tracey with Moe's Original Barbecue here in Newark, Ohio. Thanks so much for being with us today.
Thanks for having me.
So, I mean, Moe's, since its inception, has really been a staple here in Newark. It was super welcomed. It was great timing. The space is beautiful. It is one of my favorites. My husband adores Moe's. I mean, anytime that we go anywhere, that's the first choice. And so I do want to talk about the menu and our favorites, but first I want to hear a little bit about Moe's and how it got started in the concept and why it's special to you.
Yeah, so Moe's started with three guys from Alabama that moved to Colorado, of all places, to be ski bums after they graduated college. They started in a trailer in a truck on the side of the road back in 1988. So it went from a truck and a trailer to now 61 stores around the country.
Wow, I had no idea.
Yeah, so we're the only one in the Midwest. So
really?
when we did Granville, that was store number 30 at that time, 8 years ago, which we had to shut down because of COVID, unfortunately.
Yep.
But we had lived in Asheville, North Carolina, me and Kara and our kids for 10 years, and there was a Moe's down the street. And we hung out there all the time. So we got to know the owners of that place, and it kind of went from there. We were the first ones that weren't either friends or family that opened a Moe's franchise. Yes.
Very cool. I love that.
Yeah.
And they have the food truck. You have the food truck too.
Truck.
So you do catering as well. Again, I think that the space is beautiful. How did that design come up?
That was me and Kara.
Really?
Yeah. It was what do you call it? A vanilla box.
Yeah.
When it's
it was.
completely, there was nothing in there. And we came up with that whole design.
Oh, it's beautiful. Like the trees and the,
So that was a local artist, Jason Antal.
Okay.
That did all that work and the hand-blown glass that's in there.
Yeah.
And he hand forged all that steel. Wow. Like the trees and the leaves and all that.
Really?
Phenomenal.
Yeah. And he's a local guy.
You don't think franchise with you guys.
I don't.
I mean, and I think that's kind of the wow thing.
Yeah.
And it's not thousands of stores. It's 61, as you say. But you've really put a local flavor into it that it just seems like it's Greg and Kara's.
Yeah.
It's really.
Like it's a Newark Ridge.
And those guys, so we're good friends with those guys too, so they kind of call it a franchise.
A franchise.
They can't stand that word franchise. Like I was just in Colorado a couple weeks ago on a retreat. With two of the owners. We went down the Colorado River for 3 nights, went rafting, camping.
I saw that. Yeah.
It was sweet.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Very cool. That's the success secret right there is the success.
Yeah.
And every Moe's is different too.
Yeah.
It's like you're saying, Greg and Kara, it's like your own little spin.
Neat.
So none of them look the same. It's pretty sweet.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
So talk to us a little bit about how you guys navigated last year, because it was super weird.
Yes.
How'd that go?
A lot of takeout.
Yeah.
So we kind of honed in. It was rough, for everybody.
Right.
But we kind of honed in, and like me, Kara, my brother John, our partner Justin, and our 2 kids were the only ones working.
Okay.
Like 40, 50, 60 hours a week.
Wow.
And so we kind of honed in and got everything, all the recipes, like everything was just really good.
Yeah.
And because we had to get rid of some employees and we got to hire them all back, but it was takeout and just doing it.
Well, you got back in touch with your food a little bit, your menu then, didn't you? That's kind of
Absolutely.
neat. That's a positive side. I'd say, COVID was dramatic and a lot of issues and all that, but you kind of took a positive spin on that, I think, in some ways.
You pivoted.
You pivoted.
It was.
You pivoted.
I like that.
That was the year. That was the word of the year,
Yeah.
2020.
Yeah.
And like I said earlier, we had to close Granville, which, it was hard, but it was a good business decision at the end of the day because Denison had closed down.
Right.
Bars were closed at 10. We had a bar upstairs.
I had some good times there.
Yes.
The karaoke.
Yeah, right?
Yeah,
so
that
that's
was
coming back, by the way.
Is it?
To the turntable this
Oh,
Friday.
yes.
Up on the main stage.
Kara had mentioned that too.
Very cool.
That's so fun. So, okay. Now, I have my favorite menu items from Monday through Thursday. And then Friday, I have a very special menu item. And then Sunday, I have a different special menu item. So, this is going to sound strange, and I want to know what your favorites are too.
Okay.
So you think Moe's, you think barbecue, but my favorite thing on your menu is the shrimp.
Yes, it's great.
I love the shrimp. It's different.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't know, it's fried differently. The batter's different. The sauce that you dip it in is different. It's so good. And then you can get your shrimp po' boy too.
Yep.
So that's my usual platter favorite. Now, my favorite side is the hush puppies.
Yes.
Now those seem like
Sundays.
I know. But sometimes every once
They
in a
roll
while.
into Mondays,
Every once in a while, you'll see them on the menu through the week too. And then the potato salad. I mean, all of them are really good. So you don't really consider that stew would be like one of your favorite sides, but it's fantastic. Of course, Friday we have Redneck Nacho Day.
Yep.
And I always get extra queso.
People love it.
Oh, it's so good. Extra queso. With the Mo-Rita.
Right.
That's my fave
Important
drink.
part there. There you go.
You got to get the Mo-Rita.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is about the Mo-Rita. I don't want drink mix. I almost called it sauce.
Well, it kind of
it is sauce.
Yeah.
It's so good.
It's the love we put into it.
Okay.
The food and the drinks.
It's the love. And then Sunday brunch. Let's just talk about Sunday brunch.
Yes. And that's something we did. We pivoted with COVID.
Okay.
We were always closed on Sundays, and we thought, let's have another spot for people to come get breakfast, brunch, because there's really not that many. Barrel and Boar, Three Tigers, but really there's not many breakfast brunch spots in Licking County.
It's perfect. Right. It's our favorite. So I always get the buffalo shrimp and grits.
Yes.
And I always get the biscuits and gravy too. And then my husband Eddie will always get the sandwich. And he really likes the fried green tomatoes.
Yes.
That's his thing. But then you also get the hush puppies with the shrimp.
Yeah.
And then you got to get the Bloody Mary with the chicken wing.
With the wing.
With the wing.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, Mayor, what are your favorites?
Yeah, and I know you're you're hitting them all.
I know.
I'm kind of interested. I love everything.
Right.
And I know that sounds just blah kind of, but I'm telling you, you and Kara do such creativity with the food, and I think Jamie talked about it a little bit. That it's not just this and shrimp, but it's something different, and you don't get it anywhere else. And I think that's why I love to pick something different on the menu every time. The wings are outstanding, the shrimp's outstanding, shrimp and grits. I mean, but it isn't just the plain old vanilla stuff you'd get anywhere else. Shrimp and grits on a lot of menus, a lot of places. But you guys spin it up and make it different. And I'm a sauce guy, so that's what really brings the flavors out in things.
Absolutely.
And you know how to blend it, make it just right, and that's an art. It's not just simple. I mean, because you can put a little too much of this or a little too little of this, and then you've got too much flavor in one direction, and you guys are kind of blending it nicely. So, honestly, the Boyden balls, your sides are phenomenal. I mean, all the entrees are great, but it's a challenge to pick the sides.
It is. We have some eclectic sides.
You really do. You're the mustard greens, all the different stuff, you put just the right amount in there. So I love it all. I really do.
And you bring up a really good point, too. The menu is a little bit different every day. It's fantastic marketing because every day I look at Mo's story
Yes.
and press pause to see what the sides are.
Yeah.
So like if hush puppies are on the menu, I got to change them all day. You know?
They got you. They grabbed you, didn't
I
they?
love
So,
it.
yeah.
It's about 50 rotating sides that we play around.
Yeah.
50. No kidding. Wow.
It's so fun.
And you know, that's a lot of work, and kudos to you guys. Yeah. I mean, people don't realize, I mean, I always joke in the city, you know, you turn the faucet on, the water comes out, and that seems easy. That's a lot of work. I mean, you know, if it doesn't come out or it's dirty, it's like somebody didn't do their job. You guys, it seems easy from our side.
Yeah.
We just order it and plop it in and love it and smile. But you guys doing a lot of work.
We got a great crew.
And that's neat. And I think it's got to be rewarding to you.
Absolutely.
You know, when the customers are smiling and everybody's happy, it's all worth all that hard work you put in.
Everybody's having fun behind the desk too.
Yeah.
The desk.
Yes.
The counter.
Yeah.
I mean,
Everybody's
that's the
having
point,
fun.
you know? Like we try to say community, like the UNITY part of that, you know. It's what, you know, has me get up every day and love to go to work. Like I love it.
I mean, the energy when you come in is just fun too. I mean, if you guys haven't been to Moe's, you're living under a rock.
Yeah, you are. Get there.
We do
now.
like to have a good time.
You gotta go. You gotta go. Check it out. Definitely brunch. So talk to us a little bit about, before we get into the food tasting, I want to hear about what you guys have special for Restaurant Week. What are you guys doing?
So we're going to highlight our Bama pork sandwich, which is our pulled pork on a toasted bun with our marinated slaw, our red and white barbecue sauce, and pickle.
It's the best.
Yes.
Nice.
So you'll get that with your choice of 2 sides
Yeah.
from the board.
Tell us about the Bama sauce. What is the Bama sauce?
So it's a white barbecue sauce that's mayonnaise based with a little vinegar, apple cider vinegar. And so it's kind of specific to northern Alabama.
Okay.
So it's usually served with turkey, chicken, and our chicken wings. So whenever you get like a order of wings, you get this side of white sauce. So, but yeah, it's kind of a southern.
It's probably one of
twist
the
on
more
barbecue.
Unknown
Absolutely.
barbecue
Yeah.
sauces in it, I'd say. No, maybe not in northern Alabama, but up here, certainly.
Yeah. It's got a really nice tang to it.
People ask for blue cheese. I'm like, no, we don't have that, but try this.
Try this.
And they're like, oh
Perfect.
gosh, this is good.
So is Bama the same thing as the white sauce?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Because I know friends that go and get fries and always get the white sauce with their fries.
Yeah,
for
just
dipping.
dip it. Yeah.
Yeah. See? It's so fun.
Yes.
All right, y'all.
And it's all homemade. It's all our sauces, everything made from scratch.
Oh, the sauces. I mean,
Yep.
we haven't even touched on the sauces. I mean, there's several different sauces.
Yeah.
Yep.
Sweet, original,
And then the white.
and the white.
Yep.
Okay.
Let me real quick
Yeah.
say, so, you know, downtown has been a development all in itself. And this is the best of the best stuff. I mean, you know, we really, what years ago drove downtown? Some of it can happen, some can't, but we knew restaurants. And that's, you know, it's a social experience.
Yeah.
It's not just eating and it's not just, you know, filling the gut. It's eating, it's really talking, conversing. And that's really, you guys and the great restaurants downtown are the success of the downtown. It's what draws people down. And we just get more and more, and that's pretty neat. So I always said at the beginning, you know, there was maybe a couple restaurants downtown, and you go, honey, let's go downtown and eat at A or B.
Right.
And, you know, if you didn't want to eat A or B, you didn't come downtown. Now it's like, let's go downtown and we'll figure it out.
And we'll figure it out.
And it's cool. So thank you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Really.
And the more the better, you know.
The more the
And
better. You all help.
the way I
Everybody
feel
helps
about
each
it.
other. I mean,
Absolutely.
it's really cool.
Yeah.
You go there and there's a little line there. Let's roll over here.
Yeah.
Let's roll over here. And it works for all of you.
And,
in a lot
you
of
know,
ways.
you're not eating a pork sandwich every day.
Right.
It's great to switch it up.
Right.
Right.
Well, we always go to Turntable first to get
Yes.
appetizers.
Yeah.
And then you go over to Moe's
Yeah,
to
There
get.
you go.
and-
Just a natural fit, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's just perfect.
You get the spicy marg at Turn, and then you get the Mo-Rita at Moe's.
Yeah.
And I'm
Yeah.
sure you know, but I'm not sure if you do, there's going to be a brewery coming in right in between us, which is
Yeah.
exciting.
Okay, so Kara didn't mention that.
Yes.
But you know what she did mention, and I wanted to talk to you about it real quick, because she told us to ask you about it, was the NOCA, N-O-C-A.
Yes.
Tell us about that.
So the Newark Organization of Creative Arts. It's a new nonprofit that Tom Atha and Reese Thompson put together.
Okay.
So it's basically going to be the new 31 West / NOCA. So Tom right now is building next door to the Turntable. It's going to be like a record shop.
Okay,
And it's
yep.
going to be the ticket booth. And there's going to be different, like in the back, places where they're going to teach like guitar lessons.
Very cool.
Keyboards. And it's going to be like a recording studio.
Okay,
Yes.
so then they're going to be, and she was kind of fashioning that they're going to be doing, that nonprofit's going to be actually booking
All the shows.
all the
yep.
shows.
Well, probably 90% of them.
Okay.
So we took over this year the Hot Licks Blues Festival in Granville. It's now Noka puts that on.
Oh, fun.
And we booked Taj Mahal.
Yeah, nice.
It
Cool.
was our first, we
Nice.
came out the gates punching.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
did.
So tell us about the brewery.
Oh, yes, Stein Brewing out of Mount Vernon.
Really?
Is coming in next door.
See,
Yes.
there's all
It's
kinds
exciting.
of knowledge nuggets being dropped on these shows this
Don't
week
you
for
love it?
everybody.
You heard it here,
Here
as they
for
say,
first.
right here.
They're working as of right now. They're in there demoing it out.
No way.
Yeah.
Woohoo.
I've never been there, but I've heard really good things.
So like just that strip on Church Street's going to be like the space.
Think about
to
that
go.
strip on Church Street,
Yeah.
6, 8, 10 years ago.
Yeah.
No reason to even
Yeah.
walk down that.
Yeah.
Yep. So, I stood next to Tom Atha when he bid on the building.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's kind of neat because I really get at the birth of these things sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
And, there were no one had bidden against him and close this auction,
Yeah.
get it done. And because Tom wants to get to work and
Bring it in.
He did. And it's cool. And, we always say we want to attract good business.
Yeah.
And you kind of lay a platform on that. We do it from the streets and infrastructure side. Tom does it from the building side in particular, and then bring in and attract people
Yeah.
like you to come in and cook great food and do great business. So it's a great success for downtown. It's very neat.
Yeah.
We had a meeting, it was 5 years ago. Tom called me up. He's like, hey, because we're trying to get our food truck downtown Newark, right? Tom's like, hey, can you and Kara come meet me? Took us into that spot. He's like, instead of the food truck, how about this? And we were like, okay.
Okay.
And then we did it.
Take
And
the
look at you
take
now.
the wheels off,
Yeah.
and
Look at you now.
it's very cool. It's very neat.
Yes.
So I mean, we sat there. Tom is a creator. There are people that are kind of creators, and they
is.
get the juices flowing, and we're always like, let's do it, and go. I don't know how we're going to do it, but we'll get it done.
Yeah.
And we'll work it, and you get the right people together, and get people working. And what do you think? It's
Yeah.
always sharing ideas, and it comes to neat things.
He's
So.
an amazing human being.
He is.
We'll say that.
Tom really neat, has a neat base, and we work with him a lot. I'm fortunate to appoint
Yep.
somebody to the NOCA board, and, we talked to him early about that, and really the expansion of the arts in downtown is so
Yes.
critical, and I think,
Yes.
we can do infrastructure, we can do a lot of different things, but how's this arts thing going to take, and how's it going to have this Newark flavor,
Mm-hmm.
a little bit different than just a black and white thing, arts in a big city. We want something different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why do you want to drive into this town? I'm always thinking about visitors. There's locals too. We love all that, but you also, what draws you here? Why would you get in the car and drive 45 minutes to come here and enjoy something? We've got that rolling now, so
Yeah.
that's pretty neat.
Well, and with Newark Station, that's a big hit
Yep.
with in the arts.
Big hit.
And yeah, I mean, I'm excited
That
to see
place
what
is
they're
gonna be
bringing.
cool.
Yeah. If you haven't had a chance to watch the video on that, I know that Young Leaders put out a video.
Yes.
And so go to their page and check it out, Young Leaders of Licking County, and they talk with Newark Station about all the things they're bringing and doing, and it is super exciting to hear about that too. So what do you guys think? You want to eat some food?
Yeah.
Okay,
Let's do it.
let's eat some food.
Yeah,
Woohoo!
sounds good.
Let's do it.
So yeah, we've talked about it. Let's my gosh.
Let's do it. All right, Greg. So here we are.
Yes.
This will be my favorite part of the day. I'm sure you too, Mr. Mayor.
Exactly. We can just go home after this.
That's
We're
right.
done with the day.
That's
That's
right.
it. Exactly.
So we have a little bit of everything. So go ahead while I'm going to let you talk while we chew
Yeah.
Yep.
and tell us what we're tasting first, and then just give us a little, 411.
Yeah, absolutely. So this is our Bama style pulled pork sandwich. That's
Very
going to
nice.
be our feature for Restaurant Week coming up. So it's got our pulled pork that we smoke for about 8 hours, and then we
Look at that.
cook it for another 12 hours overnight. So it's about 18 hours of cooking time for that.
Very nice.
It's topped with our marinated slaw.
Yep.
Like I said earlier, our red and white barbecue sauce and a pickle.
Stand alone, the slaw is great. Put it
Yes.
on top. We've just
Yeah.
got beautiful.
It gives it a little crunch to the sandwich.
Exactly.
We always try to steer people to that sandwich when they're ordering at Moe's. Like if it's their first time,
Yeah, it's kind of like 001.
Yeah.
It's the good first
Yep.
meal.
we
Yeah,
kind
there
of
you
hang
go.
our hat
Very
on,
cool.
on the pork. Yep.
Very cool.
The
Yeah. Did
so
mom
good.
teach you not to talk with your mouth full?
I know. The crunch from the coleslaw
Yeah.
makes this sandwich.
Yes.
And then obviously the smoke
Yep.
on the meat. It's fantastic.
And then our chicken and turkey sandwiches are also served Bama style at the restaurant. So
But you can get anything Bama style,
yeah,
right?
absolutely.
Yeah. That's so yummy. So you said this is smoked for 8 hours.
Yep, 8 hours.
Okay.
And then we wrap it in foil and then cook it for another 12 hours overnight.
Is the rub a secret sauce?
It is. Yep.
Okay.
So
I won't ask anymore.
And then we use a little secret weapon in there. It's called sop, which is a little apple cider vinegar and a little bit of sugar mixture.
Oh.
And we kind of squirt it before we make each sandwich.
New word for the vocabulary
Yeah.
today. Sop.
Sop.
I like
Hashtag that one too.
Yeah, we'll go in there now, like, throw a little sop on the side.
Yeah.
We'll just, they'll twist their heads and we'll.
We were on that show with Greg
that's right.
that one time. He told us all about the sop. And I'm going to hashtag franchise too. That's a good one.
There you go.
And so that's makes it kind of like an Alabama too specific thing is the sop. Yep.
The
A lot of places don't do that.
It's just, Greg, I mean, outstanding.
Yeah. It's a perfect, I'm weird about the texture too, but it's a perfect, I just love the coleslaw on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's awesome. And two, the slaw, we have the slaw here.
Yep.
So
side of that.
it's a vinegar-based slaw.
Yep.
Tell us about this one.
So that's got fresh bell peppers, onions in it, and then the marinade is a little bit of apple cider vinegar, a little bit of olive oil, salt, pepper, a little dry mustard, and a little bit of sugar. And so we make the marinade, we boil it up, and then we pour it over the slaw, and it sits overnight to kind of marinate, and then get served the next day.
Oh, that's a secret.
Yeah.
It's the boiling.
Yeah. So we boil it to right before it pops. So before it like just goes everywhere and flames are going all over the stove.
Oh.
Yeah. So it's about 2 or 3 minutes of boiling.
So I'm going to try this at home to boil.
Yes.
It's not going to go as well, but it's really good. And then the celery seed, was that celery seed?
Celery seed in
Yeah.
there too as well. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. That's awesome.
Really good.
It's just simple.
And you can put this on top of any sandwich too.
Yep.
Sure.
We
Yeah.
put it on top of the catfish, the shrimp,
Oh yeah.
and then the
yeah,
Bama
yeah.
style sandwiches.
Okay. It's fantastic. And so these are bell peppers.
Yep.
Okay, because I was always curious if it was jalapenos or how jalapenos would taste in it, but it might. Yeah, that'd be really good. Talk to us about the broccoli.
So that's a broccoli salad recipe. So it's a little bit of mayonnaise. There is also a little bit of sugar in that, not much. And then there's California raisins, pecans, diced up red onions. And that one also sits overnight when we make the mayonnaise marinade. And we kind of shake it, turn it over, turn it back.
You got to think ahead.
Yeah.
You guys are, today working for tomorrow.
Yes, absolutely.
Very cool.
And we like to do a lot of cold sides this time of year because it's summer.
Right.
Like we do a watermelon cucumber salad,
Yes.
tomato cucumber salad.
Yep,
And then we do a lot of chilies like in the wintertime.
that's
Different
really
stuff.
good. The I don't know if any. I mean, I've had broccoli salad too, where like, you go to like a cookout or something and you have broccoli salad.
Yeah.
This is different because it's not as heavy.
Right.
Like
Yeah.
it's just perfect. It's
Well, he
just
says
light
mayonnaise,
enough.
but you don't know it.
At all.
It's just the flavor from the mayonnaise. Little creamy,
Yep.
Not much though. Not overpowering. Nothing. It's the broccoli. I mean,
Yes.
you want broccoli.
And you never think that broccoli and raisins
That's right.
would go well together.
That's right.
But they do.
Yes.
It's fantastic. It's my word of the day. Talk to us about the potato salad because this is one of my favorite
Yes.
menu items.
So the tater salad is
Tater.
Yukon Golds, cooked down. And it's real simple. It's just relish, mustard, mayonnaise, salt, pepper, a little celery salt.
Yeah.
And there's a little bit of diced jalapenos, roasted red pepper, and red onions in it. And celery.
Skin on.
Skin on,
Yeah,
yeah.
absolutely. Good flavor.
And that's it. Just
Nice.
simple.
Well, he mentions about 6 or
I
8
know.
things there, just
Simple.
simple, but it's the blend of them again. It's outstanding. Yeah.
But it's, the main thing we try to teach our people is consistency. That's, in any restaurant, you want to,
it.
when you go back, you want to, taste the same and just everything to be.
I always said that. I mean, there are restaurants that maybe you wouldn't always consider being great over time, but if they're consistent,
Yep.
they got a market.
Yeah.
They have people that'll come in, and because you're right, you go out and hey, I had a best meal there, and then you bring somebody in, you want it to happen again.
Yep. I was just saying, I bring in, anytime friends come in from out of town, we always go to Moe's and they always love it. Actually, do you remember when I was there a couple weeks ago and I brought 2 of my friends in?
Sitting in the back.
Yes, sitting in the back. So she loved the redneck nachos so much that she realized when she was at the pool in Pickerington and saw the Moe's truck
Yeah.
and she took a picture.
Oh, yeah.
She bought 2 orders of redneck nachos and put them on her front seat to take them home. She went right home.
See?
So
having the truck and the wheels is still good stuff.
Yeah.
So you're out.
Yes.
That's a good thing.
So I wanted to tell you that. See, perfect.
We do the nachos on the truck whenever it's out.
Yeah, I figured.
We kind of keep it a little different on the truck.
It was like a
versus
Tuesday.
The restaurant, yeah.
I'm like, oh, I was so jealous. Yeah. I'm like, you're getting nachos on a Tuesday.
I'd have loved to seen that transpire. She's sitting over there, and all of a sudden her eyes catch the truck.
Yes.
Moe's.
Yeah. She's like, I remember those nachos.
I remember.
Yeah. So that's a really good success
People are
story.
always like, when you come into Columbus, yeah, obviously there's a market there, but honestly, like, for us,
don't be leaving us.
Yeah.
No. We're going to stand at the city border, and
my heart's in Newark for sure.
Yeah,
but like, I honestly, like, to me, money, it doesn't. At the end of the day, I don't want to drive to Columbus. It's just so big there. You can't have an impact, I think, on the community like we like to do here.
Yeah, the community aspect of things.
Might become work if you do that. You figure that? Not so much fun and work. Yeah. And then you know what I mean by that. And,
absolutely.
It is. I mean, there's always that in business. You can grow a little bit. How much do you want to grow? Yeah. I mean, there's one Greg and one Kara. You got to be careful about that. Yeah. You can try to replicate business owners or managers or all that. Maybe they can serve great food, but maybe they're not thinking the financial side a little bit. It takes the right blend, and you can serve all the great food for months and go out of business, because you're not doing the books in the back room. I always joke. I tell the story of this. I say, because somebody can make a good meatloaf, and I know some people watching this have heard me say this, I'm going to keep saying it again. Because you can make a good meatloaf doesn't mean you can open a restaurant on it. But people try. Yeah. And the problem is, when you open that restaurant, you got to quit making the meatloaf. You got to teach somebody else to do it, and you got to go work the books a little bit too. You got to do all that. So it's a complex business.
Absolutely.
And you have to have a passion for it, like you guys do. And it comes through in flavor and food and just you every day. Yeah. I mean, and that's neat. I mean, that's contagious, and that's a neat, contagious thing. Your excitement for your business. We really love it.
Well, and if people from out of town want to come in to Moe's, you could look up online and see where you guys the food truck's going to be, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
See, y'all can get yourself some Moe's too if you live outside of Licking County. You just got to travel a little bit. It's worth it too, especially them nachos.
We got a couple that drives from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
Really?
About once a month just to go to Moe's. Yeah.
How do you know that?
That makes you smile.
Just because, we always like to interact. Like, I love talking with the customers. But they're like, yeah, we drive. They have a Corvette that has like the T-tops or whatever.
Yeah.
They're like, we put our top down and just drive.
I love that.
And they come have lunch and drive back home.
How about that?
And then we got a couple from Lancaster that comes every Sunday.
Okay.
Yeah.
For brunch.
Very nice.
Cool.
See?
Yeah.
See, people drive their vets in just to get some Moe's.
That makes you work more and keep working done.
Absolutely.
That's neat. That motivates you, stories like that.
Well, it's a memory.
It's really cool. It is good.
It's a memory.
And we know when they're in town, they do some other things too. And we love that. So, but that's neat.
Yeah.
So you're the magnet that gets them here, and then they get to expand out. And I've had a few of those experiences, and they're some of the neatest ones because it's neat about a town this size. I always said we want to grow a little bit, but we still want that personalness and feel like a small town.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I can look at see the farmer's market. I don't think that person's from here. Let me engage with them. And hi, how are you? Introduce yourself. And I had that with a gentleman one time. He was driving from like Wisconsin to Pennsylvania, and I don't know, just long roads. And he said, my wife and I just wanted to get off the interstate. And we picked Newark and we buzzed in at downtown Hilton they were staying at, so maybe they had rewards or something. But anyways, she was resting. He stepped out to take a walk and he heard music. And he went to the music. We had the 4-H band playing at the Canal Market. And it happened to be a mayor's concert. And he came over, and so at the end, I saw him kind of looking around, and I knew this. So what's the story here? And he says, I can't believe it. It's just great. So he said, we're going to stop here every summer when we come. So those are neat stories.
Yeah.
I love that. Like I said, you're creating memories for families.
Right.
Yeah. See, food brings everybody together.
It does.
Yeah.
I said that
Absolutely.
on yesterday's show too. So it brings everybody together. So I've never had the Mississippi mud pie.
Yes.
I've not. I'm not huge on desserts, but I've gotten to taste them this week.
It's restaurant week. You can lower the guards and you can,
And then, Mayor, you got the banana pudding.
Look at this thing with the nice little cookie on the top.
I'm just going to go ahead and dig in.
Yeah, so the mud pie, it's a chocolate mousse with
it is.
Oreo cookie crumble and just a little bit of Hershey syrup.
Look at that
It's a little,
creaminess.
sugary, but...
It's so good.
And then the banana pudding is vanilla pudding with pureed bananas in it, a little bit of lemon juice and pumpkin spice.
That's the pumpkin.
Yeah.
Exactly. See, there's the little tricks. Very nice.
So people are like, there's no bananas in this, but it's fresh bananas. We just puree it up instead of cutting it up like some recipes call for. And then a vanilla wafer on top.
Well, that's what makes it original, good, fresh. I mean, somebody at that AYZ restaurant sitting there pouring in, banana flavoring, and it's overpowering, and all you taste is banana, but there's no real banana in there probably. No, this is the neat blend,
and they don't have pumpkin.
That's right. You're letting all secrets out here. Oh
I know. God. I've heard a lot of them this week. I love it.
Yes.
Well, this is so wonderful. I just wanted to circle back really quickly, too, on the COVID exposures that you guys had. I know that you were able to take advantage of some of the benefits that Licking County had to offer.
Yes.
Do you just want to talk about that for a little bit?
So we got some grant money from the chamber, which was fantastic. Natasha, Brittany, and Jennifer, they're great.
Yes.
They've helped so many businesses out throughout all this. And just everything they do is for the communities pretty spectacular.
Yeah.
And then Mr. Rhodes came by with a check one day, and I was like, "Wow!" From the city, it was a shot in the arm. It was great.
Yeah,
we sat there, and the COVID thing isn't an overnight thing, and it isn't and the county and the city work together wonderfully, and I always say that's the residents and the businesses all benefit from that. We should. So when that original CARES Act money from last year came in, we had good conversation with the county, and I sat there and this isn't, let's not give them all the money in 1 month because, they're going to have to survive for a few months. So we kind of split it up and worked with that, and wonderful talking with Brittany and Jennifer and everybody at the chamber. And I sat down and had good conversations with that, and we kind of staged it out. And I know it was tough, but it's an injection at the right time to help you get that next bump, that next step over. So, and, the money done the right way is super. It really is. And it gave you guys an influx, I think, in the many places that we gave money to, city and county, to help you get to that next month and get to that next point. And so I'm very proud of this county, this city, of how we handled COVID. I'll be honest with you. It's tough. Some people suffered worse than others. I get it, and I have a big compassion for that. But I'm going to tell you, you need to look around, and we're a lot better off than some other communities that had a hard time with it in many ways. And again, it's because we were rolling pretty good before the onset. And you have to do that then, a little bit. But all those little bumps helped a little bit. And it's collaboration, though. It's conversation and collaboration. People getting together, and asking, what do you think? And what would you like? And you don't take all the guesswork away and tell them what they need. Let them tell you what they need. What do you need? What do you need to get going?
And I've said too, since I moved here, this community is very strong.
Yeah.
That's one thing that sets us apart a little bit differently too, if I will, just because I have experienced other communities, but this community is really, really strong. Everybody really pulled together. I know that everybody in the nonprofit arena really stepped it up too.
Yeah,
so.
They did. Collaboration across the board.
Yeah.
I use that word we. It's a big we.
Yes.
And it really, we doesn't mean government. We means everybody.
Right.
Working together. It was so funny. We had a quick story. We had somebody in downtown that wasn't from around here. They're from Columbus, big city. And nothing against Columbus. It's just different size city, different things going on. And opened a small little boutique shop, and it wasn't doing very good. And she loved to park her nice car out front of her shop. And we're kind of like, why are you parking in front of the shop? Well, I have to watch my car. I've got a nice car. And then the police had come around, and they were just looking in cars and looking to make sure everything's good. And why are they looking in my car? Well, we're just safety purposes. And so, long story short, but her last question for one of my directors was, well, who runs this city? The businesses or the mayor? And we go, we kind of like to think the businesses do a little bit. And that's exactly it. It's the point. The collaboration of downtown is it's a unique space, and for it to survive, it's hard to bring back a post-industrial downtown area. It truly is, and I'm so proud of what everybody's done. And isn't me or anybody individual; it's everybody together.
Yeah,
and I just want to say, post-COVID, a little bit now, we need to kind of set these things down a little bit. We always hear this, and I know that, but it's this kind of conversations and meetings.
Yes,
we know the Zoom, the Teams efficiencies, but I would just say pick and choose where it works and where it doesn't work. And I always joke when you go to conferences, what goes on in the meeting rooms is great, but I'm telling you what goes on in the hallways is even better. Mm-hmm. And it's the relationships you build and the people you talk to, and you never know, it's going to come back around to you. And it's pretty neat, whether it's business or your personal growth or whatever it is. I think it's outstanding. And that'd just be my little words of wisdom. It's real easy for us all to get back together again and see each other and have that conversation and do those things safely.
And you said it best. Yeah. It's the relationships.
It is.
It's the relationships.
It really is. So.
Well, Greg, before we leave, I want to know, what is your favorite menu item?
Oh, my favorite menu item. That's
Sorry
a good
to put
one.
you on the spot there. But...
I honestly, I got to say, per my doctor, because of my HDL levels these days, yes. I love the smoked chicken.
Okay.
Yeah.
So all it is a little bit of our rub on the smoker, and it's off the bone. It's just delicious.
Okay. Well, I'm going to have to try that next time then. Smoked chicken. Okay. Mayor, thank you so much for being here. This was a ton of fun.
Jamie, Greg, thank you.
Yes.
It's been too much fun, and we got benefits from it.
I know,
too.
right?
It's not just conversation, but again, thank you. Thank you for everything the young leaders are doing in the community. Thank you for what Mo's doing in the community. I'm not going to simplify, but it makes my job easy.
Yeah.
It really, when everybody does great things.
Yep.
So thank you.
Yep, Greg.
Can I make one plug real quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
August 22nd. Kayaks for a Cause.
Yes, Kara mentioned it.
Yes. Mo's, we're doing something for Vertical, which is a downtown nonprofit that helps homeless people.
Yep.
And we're going to get a bunch of people, go down the river, be a giver, and we're going to have a hog roast and raise some money for them.
She said there's 80 spots.
Yes.
So y'all, if you want to get in on this, make sure you get on it quick, right?
And thank you for having me.
Yeah.
This is awesome.
Where can people find information about this?
We're getting ready to announce it probably early next week.
Where would they find the announcement?
On our Mo's Facebook page,
okay.
And then our partners with us, Dank House, Brown Distributing, Andrew Guansel,
okay.
So Guansel,
Perfect.
Caldwell Banker.
Yep.
And we'll have the info out next week.
Awesome. Be sure to check it out. Well, thank you guys so much for joining us. Be sure to get out there for Restaurant Week. Definitely go to Mo's, obviously. On Friday for sure. Maybe twice. Until next time, you guys, stay safe.